please allow me to introduce the director of the film, Ugo Bienvenu.
What do we do?
Oh, no. So there's going to be a Q&A after the film, so please keep your seats to that. But if you wanted to say a few words.
So my name is Ugo. Thank you for coming. I hope you like the movie. We did it with a lot of love, with a lot of heart. And times when we began doing this movie weren't that good, and I really wanted to do a hug to everybody. So I hope you'll receive it. And yeah, what can I say? Maybe let's start after, and yeah, and I respond to everything.
Hello, everyone. Oh, here, it's right here. I want to introduce the director of this movie, Ugo Bienvenu. How's that? Pretty good? Okay, there you go. So excited to talk to you about this movie. Now you're making me feel very old because it looks like you just graduated film school.
Yeah, I look young, but I'm not that young.
You're 65 years old. That's what it is.
Exactly.
Let's talk about this movie. Where did Arco kind of come from? What were the initial seeds of this project?
The world wasn't going that well in 2020, and
thank God that's all changed.
yeah, and I didn't see how it could be better in the near future. So I just thought, okay, let's face it, and I needed tender. So I said, okay, I'm gonna put tender in the world in my way, and I wanted to do a hug, like I said before, and yeah, to try to make the world smoother in a way.
Okay. But what were your kind of inspirations? Like,
It's
it's kind of an E.T. story with Arco kind of being the character from another place, and that whole subgenre is so fun, but I don't know if that's what you were thinking about, or what were your kind of inspirations?
It appeared to me that Arco is the incarnation, the embodying of ID, like the concept of ID, and Arco is the idea that Irisis has to create a new word, a better one. But yeah, the influences are like the word, and also the fact that it appeared in my mind that we lived in a bad science fiction movie at the time, and that science fiction since the 50s produced the world we're living now because of the ideas it was throwing in the world. And I said, okay, maybe it's our job, the fiction guys, now to invent better things in order to make them happen in a way, because when we can't ask for better things if we don't imagine them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of beautiful that he leaves that for her, right? Like,
yeah. And also imagine the worst is much easier than try to imagine best possibilities. And also fiction works, it's hard to fictionize things without conflicts, with just good intentions. So yeah.
Yeah, you have external forces kind of bearing down,
External?
the fire, all these
of course,
things. Yeah,
of course. And when we were trying to find money to make it, like people told us a lot that there was no antagonist, and I was saying there's no embodied antagonist, but we have a huge antagonist, which is the world we live in, and it's all about Iris trying to find her way in that world.
Well, talk to me about sort of specifics. You wrote the script too. So when did you write this, and how long did it take to?
With Félix de Givry, my partner, I sent him a drawing, and in 2020, like in May,
Okay.
and we decided it would be a feature film, and I began doing storyboards, and storyboards like was bringing ideas to writing, and we were like I was writing with Félix, and he doesn't draw, but and also. In animation, in France we say dessin animé, and in dessin animé it means drawn animation, and drawn. I think like we have a craft that, I don't know how to say that, but ideas come also by drawing, because
Mhm.
unconscious is really present when you draw, and I really wanted to rely on unconscious because I think it's way more complex than conscious thinking, and deeper also.
So what did you discover in that process of scripting and drawing at the same time? Were there like, did it change a lot?
No, because I do it in comic books and all my work in animation since the beginning. It was just the confirmation that that this is the way I work. Yeah. And so we took like 2 or 3 years writing and making the storyboards. We had a lot of versions of storyboard, and then we saw that it was going to be hard to finance it with just the script and the storyboards because nobody knows how to read a storyboard. So we were just two like working on that. And
How
then,
does somebody know how to read a storyboard? It's literally a picture of what is going on. I mean, it's
yeah,
like
but
crazy.
like people don't have the imagination to fill the blanks between drawings,
Right.
and to
Yeah.
put the in betweens,
Yeah.
which is like so we decided to do an animatic,
Okay.
really precise animatic in black and white with subtitles for the dialogues, and so I hired like 3 of my best guys in the studio. And we did it like we took 1 year to do a really precise animation, animated animatic, and for the guys who know animation, like there are frames per second, and we were animating at 12 images per second, which is kind of good rate. And
Yeah.
we were supposed to do 5 shots a day in rough animation, and
So this is all just for the animatic.
yeah, just for
Wow.
animatic, and we had no choice because nobody wanted to finance it before. So yeah, we put all our money in that animatic, and then we showed the animatic to everybody, and everybody wanted to do. People that didn't want before,
Right.
like they were all they all wanted the movie after, and so this was 4 years, and then we did all the animation in 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah, with my.
How many studios?
My only one studio.
Really?
Yeah. With 150 persons in
Wow.
1 year. Yeah.
That's pretty big for a kind of smaller scale animated movie.
Yeah, but it was super a really condensed time.
Okay.
So this is how also in terms of economy we managed to do it because everything was so clear before we went to in production that there was no back and forth. It was just making what we decided.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
saved
yeah.
the time on doing this animatic.
And also making the animatic with just 3 persons that I really know really well. We've been working since a lot of time. Makes a difference because you have a lot of control. Also because there's not tons of people like making decisions.
Right.
And I think also like the storyboard was super clear. So the positions, everything was kind of clear. We just had to put the animated intentions, but it was pretty much easy in fact.
I mean, the animation is beautiful. I mean,
Thank
it's
you.
really stunning, and especially like a smaller production. I mean, it's really incredible.
And I really wanted to do all in France, all in one, just
Mhm.
build. We had 3 buildings, but in the same neighborhood. And I think human like relationships were really important, and I really wanted to know everybody. I think like kind of half of the team were the guys and the girls that we work with since like 10 years. So,
Okay.
so yeah, also I was teacher in Gobelin, so I raised a lot of people there,
So some of your students contributed.
yeah, like
That's
kind
amazing.
of 100 were my students. Yeah, so
So that's a majority of the.
Yeah, out of the
That's
two.
amazing. Are they better students or animators?
What?
Are they better for the-
No, it depends. It depends.
Okay. And then you show it at Cannes, and everybody
Yeah.
loves it. And Natalie Portman comes on board.
Yeah,
I mean,
she came
She was
before.
before that?
Yeah, she came in. It's the first person we showed the animatic because we have friends a friend in common, Jamil Shamazdin, was also a producer on the movie, and he made the relationship. She came in the studio. She saw the animatic with Sophie Mas, and they asked us, "What do you need from us?" And then it went.
So what did she like? What did she tell you she responded to in the movie? In that.
Well, she didn't say anything more than what do you need?
That's all. And that was music to your ears. Yeah.
And let's find a way to protect that idea and that movie and nothing changed really
Okay.
from the animatic to the like it's we protected the movie from the aggression of the word. You know, we should do that. It would be better.
Right. Well, that's where a lot of anime they make an animated movie again and again, sort of in production. But you just had one idea, and
Yeah, and if it can always be better,
right.
you know, but I don't think so. So
These
you
guys
know,
might have some notes, but you don't have to listen to them.
and no, and also like let's do another movie.
Yeah.
And movies are like kind of are like stones, you know, that you put in front and behind you, and then they are behind you. And I'm happy that the movies I make and the books I make like are like a picture of me at that time,
Yeah.
and it's a bit of a portrait, you know, that you leave behind. That's okay. This was me at that time, and let's see who I am in the next chapter.
Yeah. Did you guys watch the original language or the dub? Dub. Okay. So we can talk about this amazing cast. Like that. That's really something. I mean, how did you get all of these amazing people?
I think it's as the French version. French actors were all our friends,
Mhm.
and it was kind of family. The movie was made with a lot of love, and I'm not saying that as a publicity, but we really wanted good vibes in it because and every time there was no good vibes, it was going bad. So yeah, I think we doing things with human, you know, feelings
Yeah.
is good. So we really, it was really important. And every time someone was not in the good energy, like the immunity of the movie was, you know,
Yeah.
putting aside. I don't know if it's clear. Sorry. How can I say that? So, what was the question again?
About the voice cast.
The voice cast. So in fact, when we had to go to American language, like we wanted easy also in a way, and we called. I said, okay, I like him, I like her, and Natalie said, oh, I know him, I know her. That was one, and it went, and Sophie also,
Yeah.
and it was. And also for the kids, because in France we took like 5 months finding the good kids. In here, like we found like 3 for each character, super easily, which I liked, you know,
Yeah.
really. So because you have Disney Channel, you have a lot of
Yes,
you know
yeah.
productions that
Yeah.
that raise kids like for you have kids professional kids, which is not the
Yeah.
case in France. And yeah, the kids were like 12, and they already had like more work in their curriculum vitae than me, you know. It's crazy.
Who were you super excited about? Were you a big like Red Hot Chili Peppers fan?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
you, was like,
And also, I was happy because my wife is so fan of the Red Hot,
yeah,
and I told her, please come.
she can.
Yeah.
So the recording studio.
No.
Okay. No.
It's just private.
Okay. Can't have it.
What
Can't have
happens
any
in the
look-alike.
recording stays in.
That's right. That's right. Will Ferrell is so great.
Yeah, too, and also Andy Samberg,
Yeah.
like really put a lot of energy in it. But everybody, in fact.
Yeah. Is it sort of like seeing your movie in a different way when you hear
I
these
didn't
different?
want to like copy paste the French to English, and it's weird because we have cultural differences, and I wanted them. I mean, we're talking to different audiences, different cultures, so I tried to. I didn't want to stick like crazily to my French. Yeah. So and what's the thing on what's it's really different is the 3 characters, the dynamic between the 3, you know, guys with glasses.
Yes.
It's totally different from the French version.
Oh, really?
Because they put it different things in it.
Are they more
and-
sinister in the French version? That's what I know.
I don't know. No,
Okay.
no, it's comedy, but
Okay.
but for example, Andy Samberg was more like Vincent McCain in the movie, which is the red guy,
Okay.
but he was the blue guy,
In
so
the
so
French one.
it changes the dynamic of
Okay.
the 3. Yeah.
Okay. Where did the idea to have the robot have the kind of like dual voice? And that seems like it was probably a big pain in the ass, but you tell me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
okay,
It was. In fact, I did that because I wanted to. I thought, okay, it's this beautiful idea that it's a mix of her dad's and dad and mom
Mhm.
voice, and actually, that's why there is an AI department. It's because I wanted the robots to have an AI, like the voices of robotic, you know, because I think it's great to use the essence of everything you use in when you're telling a story. But for Mickey, it didn't work. We recorded like in the French version, we recorded the two actors and modelized their voices, so we could like just superpose them
Yeah.
easily, you know. And it didn't work. There was no emotions, and so we redid it all like hand on, like cutting the
Yeah.
voices and stretching them to make them fit. But there were errors which were charming and emotional, and so it gave me a lot of hope, because like really AI was terrifying. There was nothing to rely on, nothing to put your emotions in, and whether when you do it with real humans, it's moving, you know.
Yeah.
And so we kept the AI like for the casual robots that we don't care of, you know.
Not the teacher, though. Not the teacher. Was the
Yeah, the
teacher?
teacher is AI, but it,
Okay.
like we pushed the levels like by hand, you know. But
Okay.
yeah, it's we finished it by hand. But I liked also the idea of having like use super flat
Yeah.
voices, like dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The robots are great. Do you have favorite robots in animation?
In you know, in the field of overall animation.
Yeah.
I
There's
like
been some good ones.
I like
Wall-E,
Miyazaki's ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the big robots with the castle in the sky. Yeah.
Because they're silent too.
Yeah. I mean, sorry, I'm looking at time.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Got it. Was there ever a version of the movie where he actually did get to go back and see dinosaurs?
No, never.
Yeah, you hear the disappointment?
Yeah.
Chekhov's dinosaur. If you promised a dinosaur in the first film, the beginning of the movie, you know.
No, the movie stayed almost the same. Yeah, from the. In fact, I had the idea, and we should have stick to the idea because we did a lot of roundings to sometimes to just go back to the first one. You know, yeah. And usually in my works is that people say, "Oh, you should this. It would be better." I try it, and it's not the case.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I think also unconscious produces again really dense things, and really, and it's not because you don't understand your unconscious while you're doing it that it's not relevant and that it's not good, you know. It's and what I learned doing Arco is that it's not because the ideas that I'm not able to explain are the ones that I have to protect.
yeah. I mean, did you test the movie at all? I mean, with an audience, or was it just sort of, it was done? I guess maybe you don't do that in France.
What
You know, show it to an audience and get feedback, and they
Oh,
say, we
no,
want
no,
dinosaurs. Okay.
no, I just no, because you're talking to personalities, and
Mhm.
everybody has how to say, everybody has a point of view.
Mhm.
But the important for me as an author, when I read authors, is to hear their voices, hear their and to be really precise on some, you know, inner things in you. And if you're really precise on your feelings and on your wills, it means that you're universal. But I think we have to write on precise stuff to get universal, not
Yeah.
to think we're universal to get too precise. I think this is a really dangerous way of thinking. Oh, we're going to put
Please everybody, yeah.
It's impossible if you think like this, because you define things too in it's a small point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this is a stone that's behind you, do you know what the next stone is? Do you know what your next movie is going to be? Have you thought about?
I have ideas, but it takes so long, and I did the on Arco to say early I want to do this movie, and then everybody was telling me, "Oh, where is your? How is your? You know, when do we see your movie?"
Yeah.
Just 1 year after, and I was like, "No, it's a long process."
Yeah.
And it was stressful to, like, even my parents every week. Oh, God, when do we see your movie? It's like,
And you're like, what's up, Dad? I'll make my movie when I want to.
nice. Yeah. It's hard to resist to that pressure. Also.
Yeah.
So now I said, well,
So you just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
But it could have dinosaurs. The next one.
Ah, maybe.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Tell all your friends. When is Arco coming out? This year, next year? Yeah. December.
Secret.
December. Okay, so tell all you to go see Arco. Yes.
Thank you very much.